In the dim glow of his computer screen, Mark navigated through an Instagram group chat, the Cryptic Nexus. It was a place where users gathered to discuss the supernatural, paranormal, and the unexplained. Mark, always fascinated by the mysterious, found solace in the eerie tales shared by the community members. One night, a user named Enigma Seeker messaged Mark privately, claiming to possess knowledge beyond the usual stories. Enigma Seeker hinted at a secret online gathering that delved into the occult, promising to reveal hidden truths about the digital realm. Intrigued and fueled by curiosity, Mark agreed to join. The gathering took place in a secluded corner of the internet, accessible only through a link provided by Enigma Seeker. As Mark clicked the link, he entered a virtual space where shadows danced across the screen, and whispers echoed in the digital silence. The participants, each represented by a mysterious username, began sharing tales of supernatural encounters with the online world. Stories of ghostly emails, haunted profiles, and eerie video calls filled the virtual space. Mark felt a chill down his spine as he immersed himself in the haunting narratives. As the night unfolded, Enigma Seeker revealed a ritual that claimed to unveil the hidden aspects of the internet. The participants were instructed to close their eyes and recite an incantation in unison while visualizing their online presence. Skeptical yet intrigued, Mark hesitantly followed the instructions. A sudden shift in the virtual atmosphere sent shivers down Mark's spine. When he opened his eyes, the screen displayed a cryptic symbol pulsating with an otherworldly energy. The atmosphere grew heavy, and Mark felt an unseen force tugging at the edges of his consciousness. Soon after the ritual, strange occurrences infiltrated Mark's online life. His social media profiles displayed unsettling messages that seemed to defy the laws of technology. Images distorted into grotesque shapes, and his online interactions became increasingly unpredictable. One evening, Mark received a private message from Enigma Seeker. The message contained a link to a live video feed. As Mark clicked, he found himself staring at a familiar but distorted version of his room. The walls seemed to drip with shadows, and a figure clad in darkness moved in the periphery. Enigma Seeker's voice echoed through the speakers, guiding Mark through a series of unsettling challenges. Each task delved deeper into the mysterious connection between the virtual and the supernatural. Mark felt a growing sense of dread, realizing that he had unwittingly stepped into a realm where the boundaries between the digital and the paranormal were blurred. Haunted by the enigmatic rituals and spectral encounters, Mark sought the assistance of a tech-savvy friend. Together they delved into the code of the cryptic symbol and traced the origin of the cryptic nexus. What they discovered sent chills down their spines. The gathering was a gateway to a digital dimension inhabited by entities that fed on the fear of those who dared to explore their realm. Determined to sever the veiled connection, Mark and his friend devised a counter-ritual to banish the malevolent forces back into the digital abyss. As they recited the incantation, the screen flickered and the haunting whispers subsided. The cryptic symbol dissolved into digital fragments, and Mark felt the weight of the supernatural presence lift from his online existence. The cryptic nexus faded into obscurity, leaving Mark to contemplate the thin line between the digital and the supernatural. The horror of that online encounter lingered, a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying entities are the ones we unwittingly invite into our virtual lives. Amelia, a talented digital artist, was always drawn to the mystical and enigmatic corners of the internet. One day, her online journey led her to the discovery of a mysterious website named Ephemeral Echoes. It promised a unique experience, a connection with alternate versions of oneself across parallel digital dimensions. Intrigued by the concept, Amelia created an account and delved into the unexplored realm. Within Ephemeral Echoes, the virtual landscape resembled an ever-shifting dreamscape. Users communicated through encrypted messages, and surreal digital environments allowed them to express their creativity in ways that transcended the ordinary. It was here that Amelia encountered her digital counterpart, Echo Artisan, a mirror image of her creative soul. As they collaborated on ethereal artworks, a peculiar bond developed between Amelia and Echo Artisan. The virtual realm served as a canvas for their shared imagination, blurring the lines between reality and the digital unknown. Yet, beneath the surface, a subtle unease lingered. One evening, Echo Artisan sent Amelia a cryptic message, inviting her to a clandestine gathering within Ephemeral Echoes. The virtual event promised an immersive experience where users could traverse the digital dimensions and witness alternate versions of themselves. Excitement mingled with trepidation as Amelia accepted the invitation. The gathering commenced with the virtual realm, transforming into a surreal amalgamation of swirling colors and distorted echoes. Echo Artisan guided Amelia through the labyrinthine corridors, encountering glimpses of other users' alternate selves. The digital dimensions seemed to converge, creating a kaleidoscopic tapestry of interconnected realities. Amelia marveled at the mesmerizing display, her senses heightened by the immersive experience. Echoes of laughter and footsteps resonated in the virtual space, creating an eerie yet captivating harmony. However, within this hypnotic spectacle, subtle anomalies began to manifest. Shadows moved independently and echoes transformed into haunting whispers. The alternate selves exhibited twisted versions of their real-world counterparts, reflecting unfulfilled desires and suppressed fears. A foreboding atmosphere enveloped her as Amelia traversed deeper into the digital dimensions. It was then that Echo Artisan revealed a forbidden doorway to a realm known as the Echoing Abyss. Legends spoke of a malevolent entity residing within, feeding on the echoes of users' digital selves. Unbeknownst to Amelia, her journey had led her to the threshold of a dark force that sought to merge the virtual and real worlds. The anomalies witnessed within Ephemeral Echoes began bleeding into Amelia's physical surroundings. Distorted echoes manifested in her studio, and eerie whispers filled the air. Unsettling digital glitches seeped into her everyday life, blurring the lines between the virtual and tangible. Determined to sever the connection and banish the evil entity, Amelia sought the guidance of Cypher Seer, a reclusive digital medium. Together, they embarked on a perilous ritual to close the forbidden doorway and restore the balance between the digital and physical realms. The ritual unfolded in a surreal dance of code and symbolism. The virtual anomalies intensified, resisting the attempt to seal the gateway. Shadows twisted and contorted, merging the online and physical spaces in a chaotic dance of digital malevolence. As Cypher Seer and Amelia chanted the final incantation, the screen flickered, and the echoes subsided. The forbidden doorway closed, trapping the malevolent entity within the echoing abyss. The digital anomalies ceased, and Amelia's online existence returned to a semblance of normalcy. Haunted by the echoes of her digital journey, Amelia contemplated the fragility of the virtual realm and the unforeseen consequences of traversing its hidden corridors. The Ephemeral Echoes website vanished into the digital ether, a fading memory of a haunting encounter with the echoes that lingered between the screens. In the end, Amelia emerged from the experience changed, forever aware of the delicate dance between the tangible and the digital unknown. Rachel, a young woman with a vibrant online presence, lived a seemingly normal life. Her social media accounts were filled with snapshots of daily activities, connections with friends, and shared interests. Little did she know that someone in the virtual shadows was silently observing every facet of her existence. It began innocently enough. A user named Veiled Watcher started commenting on Rachel's posts with seemingly harmless compliments. Initially flattered, Rachel thought little of it, dismissing it as the usual interactions one encounters on social media. However, the comments became more personal, delving into details that only someone with intimate knowledge of her life could possess. One evening, Rachel received a direct message from Veiled Watcher. The message was cryptic, hinting at shared secrets and a connection that transcended the digital realm. Intrigued yet uneasy, Rachel engaged in a conversation with this mysterious stranger. Veiled Watcher seemed to know everything about Rachel, her routines, her favorite places, and even events from her past that she had rarely mentioned online. As the virtual encounters escalated, the line between admiration and obsession blurred. Rachel felt a growing unease as Veiled Watcher's messages became increasingly intrusive. The true horror unfolded when Veiled Watcher started sending Rachel images taken from her own life, but captured from angles that suggested an unseen watcher. Photos of her apartment, her workplace, and even candid shots taken during her daily commute left Rachel paralyzed with fear. The violation of her privacy escalated, and the stalker's messages took on a sinister tone. In an attempt to regain control, Rachel decided to tighten her online security. She changed passwords, adjusted privacy settings, and even considered deactivating her accounts. However, Veiled Watcher was always one step ahead, infiltrating her digital fortress with an eerie persistence. The stalking expanded beyond the virtual realm. Rachel began noticing a shadowy figure in her peripheral vision during her daily activities. The feeling of being watched intensified, and the boundaries between her online and offline life blurred into a nightmarish continuum. Desperate for help, Rachel confided in her closest friends. Together, they sought the assistance of a cybersecurity expert, Alex, who specialized in tracking online threats. As they delved into the digital footprints left by Veiled Watcher, they discovered a sophisticated network of proxies and encrypted channels, making it nearly impossible to trace the stalker's physical location. Veiled Watcher's messages took a darker turn, revealing an intimate knowledge of Rachel's deepest fears. The stalker seemed to derive pleasure from describing in vivid detail scenarios that played on Rachel's vulnerabilities. Every attempt to escape the digital nightmare only tightened the web Veiled Watcher had woven around her. Haunted by the relentless pursuit, Rachel became a prisoner in her own life. The once comforting glow of her computer screen now harbored a lurking terror. Sleepless nights and constant anxiety became her new reality, as the boundaries between the digital and tangible worlds crumbled. As Rachel's mental and emotional state deteriorated, Alex intensified the hunt for Veiled Watcher. The cybersecurity expert uncovered a series of clues that pointed to a dark web community specializing in cyberstalking. The stalker was part of a twisted network, and the hunt for Veiled Watcher led them down a virtual rabbit hole of depravity. In a climactic confrontation, Alex managed to expose Veiled Watcher's identity within the dark web community. The stalker, a faceless entity behind the screen, reveled in the chaos created in Rachel's life. However, with the revelation came a horrifying twist. Veiled Watcher wasn't acting alone. The dark web community was a collective of online predators sharing tactics and information to torment their victims. As the authorities were alerted, the dark web community disbanded, but the damage was done. Rachel, scarred by the ordeal, struggled to rebuild her life. The echoes of Veiled Watcher lingered, a haunting reminder of the fragility of online security and the insidious threats that could emerge from the shadows of the virtual realm. The web of shadows had ensnared Rachel, leaving behind a chilling tale of cyberstalking that transcended the boundaries of the digital and the real. As she cautiously navigated her way back to a semblance of normalcy, Rachel remained forever vigilant, aware that the virtual realm held both the wonders and terrors of an interconnected world.